Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about Sylveon. Now, we do know that Sylveon's going to be coming out very soon, in like a couple of days, and I'm very excited because that will be correlated and like lining up perfectly with my stream schedule. So if you're going to be around on the 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern, then you should be able to find me here on YouTube live streaming the Sylveon release. And let's go ahead and jump into the video. So today I wanted to talk about the potential builds that I'm going to run. So I've already been getting a lot of questions about what build I want to run on Sylveon. Now the reality is that there's actually no way to know what build is going to be best for Sylveon. There's no way. We don't have the scalings. All we know are the abilities from leaks, but we have no idea what Sylveon's actual like SP scalings are for leveling up, and we have no idea what the ability scalings are, so it's really impossible. But that said, I've put together 6 solid builds that I could easily one of these will probably be meta, and if not, then we will get into like a 7th build that will end up being the meta for it, and maybe even an 8th build that I've been thinking about, but we'll see. That's going to be for testing when Sylveon actually comes out. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And yeah, we'll go on ahead and give you some ideas in terms of what I'm planning to play on Sylveon. So the first 2 builds are going to be focus band focused. That's funny to say. And we're going to be looking at Wise Glasses, Focus Band, and Buddy Barrier. Now, Focus Band, Buddy Barrier is a strong item combination in the held item meta because it just provides so much support. You have the Buddy Barrier for the team fights, you have the Focus Band for the laning phase and that extra defense, and then in this situation, Wise Glasses would be our damage item. Now, this is where, and this is how all of these builds are going to kind of stack up. This is where it's just impossible to know what's better, Wise Glasses or Choice Specs. We don't know if the character has good scaling, so if Wise Glasses would bring more damage, or if something like Choice Specs would be much better. So essentially, build number 2 is going to be the same thing, but it's going to be Choice Specs, Focus Band, and Buddy Barrier. So like I said, I wanted to put out 6 builds that I think that will kind of cover out like all of what I think that Sylveon could run, and these 2 are definitely going to be looking to do that. So we don't know if the Focus Band Buddy Barrier meta will definitely hit for Sylveon, but she may want to be a little bit more defensive and only run 1 damage item, and that damage item will most likely be Wise Glasses or Choice Specs. So that's what I'm thinking for builds 1 and 2. All right, let's go ahead and move toward build number 3. This one is a much more aggressive build. I actually like doing this build on a couple characters in the game currently, and this is Wise Glasses, Choice Specs, and Buddy Barrier. So this is, this is like assuming that the character has good scaling, assuming that, Sylveon has good like damage scaling with their abilities, then you can run both of these abilities, or both of these damage items, and then a Buddy Barrier on top of it. So when you go in with Buddy Barrier, you get your massive shield, and then you get to output lots of damage. For the next one, this is eliminating the Buddy Barrier and adding in more potential damage. So we're going to go Wise Glasses, Choice Specs, and Energy Amplifier. This allows us to get more ultimates. This allows us to initiate with an ultimate and get that damage boost from Energy Amplifier, and then have all of those damage items. So again, same thing, requires the character to have really good scaling, good ability scaling, and be able to take advantage of that Energy Amplifier. This is a very aggressive build for like SP attackers, and we will just have to see what happens with Sylveon whenever the character's released. All right, build number 5 is going to be Wise Glasses, Energy Amplifier, and Buddy Barrier. So this leans away from the double damage item, double SP damage item, and leans into a 1 SP damaging item with the Energy Amplifier. So this is something that you see pretty common on like Cramorant, for example. So you run the single damage item, like the single actual SP damage item, and then you throw the Energy Amplifier in with a Buddy Barrier. And Energy Amplifier and Buddy Barrier go well together because, the Energy Amplifier gets you more ults, and then Buddy Barrier gives you a shield when you use your ultimate. And then again, same thing, kind of similar to what we had in builds 1 and 2. We don't know which actual item would be better. So if you are going to be running an Energy Amp Buddy Barrier combination, you might want Choice Specs, Energy Amp, and Buddy Barrier. So these are the 6 builds that I'm looking at right now. Now I am going to toss in like a couple more, I suppose, because we could have like a Venusaur Ninetales situation on our hands, and if that's the case, that basically means that the character has like no good SP scaling at all, and maybe it's not worth running Choice Specs on, just depending on how the actual abilities feel. So who knows, maybe we will have a Muscle Band, Focus Band, Buddy Barrier build. It's definitely possible. I don't think that that's most likely what's going to happen, but it's definitely possible. So we will just have to wait and see. And for like a random toss-in build, I've been thinking about it. This character has a lot to do with like getting HP back and raising defenses and getting health and things like that. Who knows? Maybe there's some kind of a meta where you just go full tank Sylveon and you go like Score Shield Focus Band Buddy Barrier, or you do like Assault Vest Focus Band Buddy Barrier. I really doubt it. Probably won't even pop those up on the screen, but definitely something I'm thinking in terms of theory crafting and just kind of like how my brain's working around this character. I'm really excited about the release of Sylveon. I've been looking over the abilities and just trying to like plan out what I want to start with, and I think that I'll probably, go into practice mode and just like kind of try my hand with some of the damage and see what it feels like with and without the items to kind of get an idea of what the scaling's like, even if I won't know right away. We'll have to let MathCord work all that up. And yeah, we'll see. So that said, I did want to kind of briefly touch on the two abilities that I'm probably going to take out of the gate. I've been looking over the abilities for Sylveon, and between Mystical Fire and Hyper Voice, I think I'm most excited about Mystical Fire. I think it looks more consistent, but Hyper Voice probably has big damage potential. And if that ability has really high scaling, we could see some crazy things coming out from that. But I think I'm going to start off probably with Mystical Fire, and then I've been looking at Calm Mind. So between Draining Kiss and Calm Mind looks really good. It just looks reliable. I think that Mystical Fire and Calm Mind look really nice. Draining Kiss seems pretty awesome too, but Calm Mind is pretty dope. And then of course you have your Fairy Frolic Unite move, which is going to be the move that brings back your health and like kind of gets you in there. This move, for whatever reason, doesn't really actually look like it does a ton of damage, which is why I almost don't know how this character is going to play. I keep looking at the little footage of the character, and I look at what kind of damage they're doing in the video, and Sylveon's got a really interesting play style. I don't know what to expect. I think that the character will probably be good, but it may not come out like overtuned or anything like that, but we'll just have to wait and see. So as always, friends, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm very interested to see if y'all like agree or what you think. I mean, granted, there really is no way to know what kind of a build is just going to be best, and I guess you could let me know if you're interested in Hyper Voice, Mystical Fire, Draining Kiss, Calm Mind, what kind of a build setup you want to try, because there's always, you never know which one's going to be the best ones. You have to start to try it out, because Hyper Voice, I'm not going to lie, looking at the footage, it just looks kind of weird, but it could be just sleeper crazy strong, and I have no idea until I test it. So thanks so much for checking out the video. Like I said, definitely drop me a comment if you wouldn't mind. Like the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and or if you just want to support me. I would definitely appreciate it. As always, be sure to be kind to one another, tell someone that you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.